Hi everyone, this is Alistair at Life Force Trauma Healing. Today I'm going to be talking to you about boundaries, and I'm going to be talking to you more this week about boundaries as well. So, what is a boundary? There's two types of boundary. There's a protection boundary where we protect ourselves from other people, and there's a containment boundary where we protect them from us. And we learn our boundaries like we learn how to deal with our emotions from our major caregivers by their example. Okay, so if they've got poor boundaries or no boundaries or walls instead of boundaries, then that's what we learn. Okay, and to have healthy boundaries also allows you to have intimacy in your relationships. Now, I'll be talking about what are boundary violations as well this week, but to start with, I'm just talking about boundaries. Okay, so with our protection boundary, we've got a physical boundary and a sexual boundary. This is based on Pia Melody's work. Okay, so a physical boundary means that's about how close someone comes to you, whether they can touch you, whether they can touch your stuff. If you've got a healthy, functional protection boundary, you can say, stop, please step back, you're too close to me, or things like that. You won't let people touch you without permission. If you've got a functional containment boundary around your physical boundary, you'll ask someone before you hug them, unless it's a relationship where hugging is just the norm. But even then, sometimes you might need to ask, is it okay if I give you a hug right now, or can I have a hug, please? Now, if you have walls instead of boundaries around your physical boundaries, a protection wall, it means you just won't let anyone touch you. If you've got a containment wall, you'll never ask someone to give you a hug or to hold your hand or rub your back. Okay, now containment, we've got our sexual boundaries, which are the same as the physical boundaries, but we just add in sex. So, I have the right to say who, where, and when I have sex with another consenting adult. And I have the right to say no, and so do you. So that's a protection and a containment boundary. But in terms of intimacy, talking and listening, we call those our internal boundaries. So if you've got no protection boundary when you're listening to someone, it means there's no filter. Someone might say to me, Alistair, this is what you think, this is what you believe. If I've got no protection boundary, I'll be going, oh, that's what I think, that's what I believe. If I've got a wall instead of a functional boundary, what that means is I'm just not going to listen. It's like, sorry, what did you say? Yeah, that's a wall, protection wall. If I've got a containment wall, I'm not going to be open about what's going on with me, about my thoughts and feelings with you. Okay, so a functional boundary around talking and listening. Talking boundary is I'll ask myself, does it need to be said? Am I the right person to say it? And is this the right time and place? This is my containment boundary. And if I get a yes on all those, I might need to ask the person, is it okay if I talk to you about this right now? And they might say, oh, not now, I'm really stressed, I've just done nights. If I go ahead and talk to them then, it's not going to go well. Okay, so does it need to be said, am I the right person? Is this the right time and place? That's my containment boundary. The listening boundary is it true what they're saying for me? Yes, no, or maybe. Do I need more information before I decide? Just thinking that when someone's talking to you, remembering to breathe, setting the distance between you so you feel comfortable, all helps with your listening boundary. Okay, so there's a little bit about boundaries. Later on this week, I'm going to do a little video about the talking boundary, how to use the talking boundary to have greater intimacy in your relationships. Okay, so there's a little bit about boundaries. I look forward to seeing you and talking with you later this week. If you want to know more, you can contact me at Alistair at lifeforcetraumahealing.com. Thanks.